Hello YouTube, I want to do a gun review. This one's actually a revolver. I haven't done one in a while, and I did this one at one time in the past, and I deleted it. I want to redo it. I want to try to keep it short, but it is a pitbull 9mm. Now, I like my revolvers. Who doesn't? I mean, if you like revolvers, you gotta hit the like button. This is a 9mm. I wanted a 9mm. I have other calibers, 22, 357, 38. I wanted something that was a little different, and I got a lot of 9mm semi-automatics, and I wanted a 9mm revolver. Now, this one was safety checked, as you can see. It's not, it's full of shells, but they're, don't worry, they're, snap caps. All snap caps. No real live ammunition. We'll get right into it. I don't know the specs, but it's not very heavy. It only holds 5 rounds, which was a little disappointing when I was doing my research to buy this. I found pictures of a 6-round online, and I found pictures of a 5-round, and I just assumed that they started making them in 5-round and realized, hey, the 9mm is pretty small, we can fit 6 of them in there, and then they made a 6-round, but it was the other way around. I called customer service and I said, hey, look, I got a 5-round. I seen them on the internet at 6 rounds. And the lady told me, yeah, we started making them, when we first made them, they were 6 rounds, and they had trouble with them, so they reduced it to 5 rounds. If I'd have known that, it might have made a decision, might have changed my decision to buy it, but 5 rounds is still pretty good. It comes in a matte finish. It is a stainless steel pitbull 9mm. It's made by Charter Arms. It's got fixed sights. This is a concealed carry gun. This isn't a target gun. Again, I keep checking. It is empty. The double action trigger pull is long, fairly heavy. I don't mind it so much. I don't really mind it. I can hold the gun pretty still. At 10 feet, 15 feet, I can keep pretty decent groups. I can certainly shoot a silhouette at that feetage, that footage. I'm tired. It is what it is. The single action is just a touch. It's hardly nothing. It's just a touch. I mean, and it works. Now, these have a lot of your 9mm, they make different brands. I think they all use moon clips. This is the only one that doesn't. This has little, let's see if I can get them on there, little tabs that are spring loaded, and they bite into the rim of the cartridge. You can't get a speed loader for this. Now, since these are snap caps, these aren't real bullets. They slide right in, nice and easy, no matter how you do it. But I found the real bullets, it's best to point them in like this type of orientation to avoid that spring-loaded clip. They push right in the actual 9mm. Charter Arms recommends when you unload this that you hold it vertical, the barrel vertical, so the shells drop down straight. And they do. They fall right out. The extractors work just real nice. The recoil on it, you would think the recoil might be a little bit greater than a semi-automatic. It's not. The recoil is very docile on it. I think the recoil is probably greater on a 38. believe it or not. I can't remember. I don't think Charter Arms recommends plus P. I can't remember. But they do recommend brass only. No steel or aluminum cased ammo. They don't recommend that. Which you would think being a revolver you could shoot any kind of ammo you wanted out of it. You know, because it doesn't have to cycle it. Why not shoot brass, or not brass, but aluminum or steel? Why not, you know? They don't recommend it. I probably will. I haven't shot it yet. I mean, shot those casings yet. I shot all brass out of it. It shoots real nice. It's real smooth. Now, I paid a lot for this gun. I ordered it. I'm going to knock the shells out, the snap caps. I want to show you if you can see it in the picture. We're looking at this top corner here for the fit and finish. It looks like it was filed a little bit too much. There's a couple other spots, like in this corner here. You probably won't be able to see it. And I'm referring to this corner right here. It's got some gook in there from the factory. I cleaned it out a little bit with a pick. But the fit and finish really isn't that bad. But, you know, I bought this maybe a year ago. I paid probably about $500 for it. I special ordered it. If I'd have got a Smith & Wesson for that, I'd have got an absolutely perfectly flawless gun. The Charter Arms isn't. But it's just cosmetics. It doesn't affect the function of the gun. And I didn't buy this as a showpiece. I bought it to shoot 9mm because 9mm is cheap. I have a lot of them. I have a lot of 9mm semi-automatics. So here you got 5 almost guaranteed shots that they will go off. It will cycle, and you can protect yourself. There's different ways you could speed load this. Guys have done it with, say, the mag out of their Glock. They just push the shell out of their Glock mag into the chamber. You can buy strips. I haven't carried this on my person yet as a concealed carry. I do have it as an option. It's not really that hard to load. The real ammunition is just a little bit trickier because it's a little tighter. But, you know, the lockup, the timing, you know, everything's really nice on it. It's got a long, I don't know what you call this dimension here. The depth. It's kind of got a little bit deep, but it's narrow. And it's got these nice little finger grooves that fit. They fit perfectly in my hand. Yeah, now, yeah, I know I got my finger on the trigger. But again, they're snap caps. Those finger grooves fit my hand perfect. And that's what's scary about buying a gun without seeing it or touching it. You just never know how it's going to feel. And I could probably buy different grips for it, but this fits my hand perfect. So overall, I really like the gun. Would I buy it again? I think I might. It's made in USA. I like the matte finish. I like the revolver. I got 2 holsters off eBay. I got an expensive one and I got a cheap one. The expensive one the leather was paper thin. And I returned it. eBay's really good about that. If you get something that you don't like or it's not as advertised, you can return it and get your money back. This was a cheap one. This was under 20 bucks. The leather's fairly thick. Now I got it for inside the waistband. That will go out, you know how that works. I could carry it on my right hip outside backwards, which really is no big deal. You know, you can always grab it like that. You know, like the old West, they carried theirs backwards sometimes. You know, they would pull it out like that. But that's my It's less than $20. It's a DeSantis gun wide. It's got a picture of, looks like a unicorn. I don't know if you can see that very well, but that's a really good holster for it. It actually has, for no strap, no retention, I'm just going to hold the very tip of it. It's got pretty good retention. See, it did fall out, but again, it's just a push in. But that's a cheap holster, but it's good. It covers the trigger. It almost covers the hammer. But anyway, I'm not sure what else to say about this that I haven't already covered. It's a good revolver, and if you like your revolvers, you got to give me a thumbs up for a 9mm. If not, maybe you just didn't like the video. But I'm just doing this to show you in case you're interested in an option. 38 is a good round to have. But if you got all 9mm and you want a revolver, you can get a 9mm. They sell them. I had to order it, but you don't need to swap over and buy a bunch of 38s to buy a 38 revolver or 357. You can get a revolver 9mm, and you can get them where they don't need moon clips. You just put the shells in, you take the shells out, nothing to it. And as always, I want to thank you for watching.